cast it off with the outcast. The Most High turned his back on us, pursuant to Hosea 1, and that we would no longer be called the children of Israel again. But in the land which it was said that we were not the children of God, will be declared that we are. And in that land, we would return back to the Heavenly Father. That's how we would come back to who we are. Okay, and therefore, as we get our nationality back, we're begotten again. That's it. Go on, brother. So we're believing in something that's lively, man. Let's read this again.
Khan, blessed be the Lord, power and Father of our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, who according to his abundant mercy have begotten us again unto a lively hope.
Unto a lively hope. So this is not a dead, we don't hope in dead things.
Yep.
Like I said, this Bible has life in it. The words of it is life, the spirit. So if this word is spirit and there's life in it, obviously that's what drives the body of everything, or drives everything, right? Which is the spirit. If there's a driving force, which is the spirit in this book, then what we hope for is also lively. It's also life. It's also, there's a spirit to our hope. And it's the spirit of the Lord, which he's going to manifest what we hope for. Go on, brother.
Right, it says, unto a lively hope by the resurrection of Yahushua HaMashiach from the dead, to an inheritance incorruptible.
To an inheritance incorruptible. So we're going to have incorruptible bodies. We're going to have an incorruptible society. That's why Paul said what he said, the eternal weight of glory. So we're going to be glorified forever, and we're going to become more glorious on top of the glory that we're going to receive firsthand. So that's what we have. Okay? Go on, brother.
To an inheritance incorruptible and undefiled, and that fadeth not away.
And undefiled, clean, and it doesn't fade away. Go on, brother.
Reserved in heaven for you.
Reserved into heaven for you. Reserved for the elect. So if we do what we got to do, and we suffer what we got to suffer in this life, we're going to get access to that reward. And if you can, brother, hold on to that. Give me the book of 2nd Ezra, the 7th chapter.
Khan.
You know what I want.
All right, do you get there? 2nd Ezra 7. Is it the narrow path?
Yes.
Oh. Right, so 2nd Ezra 7. And it says, I'll start from the top, 2nd Ezra 7 and 1. And when I had made an end of speaking these words, there was sent unto me an angel, which had been sent unto me the nights afore. And he said, Up, Ezra, and hear the words which I am come to tell thee. And I said, Speak on, my power. Then he said unto me, The sea is set in a wide place, that it might be deep and great. But put the case the entrance were narrow like a river. Who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it? And if he went not through the narrow, how could he come unto the broad?
Exactly.
There is also another thing. A city is builded and setteth upon a broad field, and is full of all good things. The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall.
God.
Like as if there were water on the, like as if there were a fire on the right hand, and on the left the deep water, and only one path between them, so small, between even the fire and the water, that there could but one man go there at once. If this city were now given unto a man for an inheritance, if he shall never pass the danger set before it, how shall we receive this inheritance?
So this truth is equivalent to what path? That's what we're walking in. And between that path, there's magma on one side and there's waters on the deep waters on the other side. And it's so tight that only one man can go thereby. So you have to walk carefully in this thing. You can't do what you want. You can't move how you want to move. That's why certain guys came in among us and they gone. I mean, we could talk about all throughout the years how many men came among us and they left and pretty much went into the abyss, never to be seen ever again. So you got to tread very carefully in this thing, and you got to go through the straight and narrow path, which the word straight also means a position of difficulty. And in this path, you're going to go through certain situations, and these situations either make you or break you. It could be a situation at your job, or it could be a situation between you and your brothers. Okay? But you got to go through all of that shit. You got to overcome all of that. And if the Lord is upon you, the Spirit of the Lord is upon you, you're going to overcome it. You're going to triumph over it. And then you're going to be more conditioned enough to say, fuck Esau, and triumph over the beast that we're under right now and get the victory. That's what it's all about. That's why we're going through all of this resistance. It's our test.
quick.
and it's making us stronger. Go on, brother.
It's like it. Psalms 119, 105.
Mm.
Thy word is a lamp unto my feet,
Right.
and a light unto my path.
Right, exactly. So this truth is also our light.
Ooh, that's more.
We're in the world of darkness, and this word is showing us how to maneuver through the darkness. Okay, but I just don't want to change the topic. What I'm saying is that this life is really a test for the elect, the men of the Lord, because it's always been about the men of the Lord, the prophets. From day one to this particular moment in time to the last days, it's always been about the men of the Lord and the dark cruiser.
Yep. Just another quick
And we've
one.
had many dogs that came over here, many animals, ducks, and all kind of creatures that came over to us. Go on, brother.
It's like it. Just a quick one, not to change it, but Psalms 119, 104.
Mm.
Through thy precepts I get understanding.
Right.
Therefore I hate every false way.
There you go. You want to break that down? Go ahead.
Can't. So through the precepts we get understanding. So
Mm-hmm.
Esau, we're talking about Esau trying to offer us things to pacify us and draw us back into the world.
Can't.
He can't do it because it says, read it again. Through thy precepts I get understanding. So now we've come to the knowledge of this truth. We've got an understanding about what's going on.
Yeah.
When we was in the world, when we was in our teenage years or whatever, we were still lost. Esau could still do his deception tricks and drag us back into things. Now we're awakened by a lively hope, as the brother said. We have a hope which has life in it.
Yeah.
We're awake, so through these precepts we get understanding.
Correct.
Therefore now we hate every false way, and we can see straight through Esau. We know that he's a false way.
Correct.
Esau isn't going to lead us to the promised land. Esau's not going to lead us into our kingdom. He's only going to lead us back into bondage, man.
Correct.
So therefore, we Micah 2 and 10, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
Correct.
We're waking up and we're departing. We're not departing physically, we're still here, but spiritually we're long gone, man. We're not here no more. You can't woo us with your bullshit.
Correct.
That's all I got in that.
Yeah, and that's why you read that scripture, the light,
Yep.
because we've gotten the understanding. I didn't really know where you was going with that, but you basically broke it down, so I know. But yeah, like the brother was saying, we understand what everything is, what everything's all about in this life. We basically understand what life is about. That's why I also made the statement that I made as well. Understanding. So with that, brother, what you could also get,
You had me holding something before, wasn't it?
it was 2nd Ezra 16,
Can't.
verse 73.
Alright, so back in 2nd Ezra 16 and 73, it
You
says,
read that already, but let's read it again.
can't. It's 2nd Ezra 16:73 says, then shall they be known who are my
So
chosen.
we didn't read that. Cut.
Yeah, then shall they be known who are my chosen,
Mm-hmm.
and they shall be tried as gold in the fire.
Yeah.
Shall I keep reading?
Yeah, go on.
Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, for I will deliver you from the same.
Right. But I will deliver you from the same. So you always have to remember that. Always remember that in the time of Jacob's trouble, there will lie deliverance. And it says that as well. If you can't hold on to that, hold on with that.
Con.
And also get, let me see if I know where to get it from. I can't quote it, so I might as well find it.
When you finished all this, I've got another precept lined up, so once you finish this all.
Okay. This is it right here. Jacob's trouble. If you can, brother, get that.
What is that?
You know, I could read it myself.
Okay.
I could read it myself. And that's why this scripture says this, man. Jeremiah 30, verse 7. It says, alas, for that day is great, so none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. So it connects with the precept you just read on how the days of trouble are drawing near, but you shall be delivered of the same. I'm roughly paraphrasing. You'll be delivered from the same. So there's going to be deliverance in the time of Jacob's trouble. So we also have to keep that in mind. We can't just think, oh man, it's going to get so bad and that's it. No, that's not going to be the end or be all. It's going to get so bad until you're delivered.
Con.
All right? Go on, brother.
This is just a quick one. Sirach 2 and 10. Look at the generations of old and see. Did any ever trust in the Lord and was confounded?
Yep.
Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken?
Come on.
Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him?
Exactly. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. When they actually went through the fire, they were good. They were very good examples of forsaking what was said of Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Assyria, bowing down to the gods, and they were put into this cage and that they pretty much put them on fire, and the fire waxed hotter, and it didn't affect them. They came out of there, and it was like they didn't even go through anything of that nature.
Yeah.
Even so much more that even their garments wasn't even affected by it.
I've got more on this, if I may.
Yeah, please.
This is Surah 2:11. For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins and saveth in time of affliction.
Right.
But he goes on to say, woe be to fearful hearts
Uh-huh.
and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth two ways.
Come
Woe be unto him that is faint-hearted,
Come.
for he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended.
on. So it's mandatory that you believe and you have faith, so that you can be saved. If you don't believe, especially those that came among us and they left, and they took the back route or what have you, the Most High's not gonna. The Most High ain't dealing with them. The Most High ain't gonna save them. They're gonna just be pretty much worn and torn down spiritually, and then they're gonna be destroyed, man. That's what's gonna happen because they didn't uphold the faith which was given to them. And that reminds me of Revelation 21 verse 8. I'm gonna read that as well.
Can't. You want me to get it or you got it?
I'll get it.
There's one more verse in this as well.
Okay. Yeah, so this is Revelation 21 verse 8. But the fearful and the unbelieving and the abominable and the murderers and the whoremongers and the sorcerers and the idolaters and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. So they're going to take part in the second death, which is the nuclear destruction, and as well as the lasers which is going to come out of those chariots, mainly the Lord's chariots. So we don't want no part of that whatsoever. So we have no choice but to believe in his power.
That's right.
And that's why I say, and I'm going to say this again, that's why we should believe that when things really go hard and our lives are threatened, we have to remember that our power is going to deliver us.
That's right.
Even if we're about to die, even if it seems like he ain't going to deliver us, we need to have that in mind that we're going to be delivered. And we are going to be delivered. Let's say we do die in that time. It says that the dead in Yahweh shall rise first. So we've been delivered already.
Through death.
Come on, man. Go on, brother.
One more. It says, woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will you do when the Lord shall visit
And
you?
see, that's a powerful precept too. It says, woe unto you that lost patience. Certain men that were among us, and they couldn't really they couldn't really be around certain brothers because they felt certain way or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And they let their emotions get in the way because I guess it got too hot in the kitchen with certain situations or certain brothers, and they just ducked out. They pretty much ducked the fuck out. So it says, woe unto you that lost patience. The word patient means to suffer. So you may feel some kind of way, oh man, I'm in a certain predicament in the camp, or this brother, I don't feel like this guy's right, or whatever, right? But you gotta suffer that shit.
That's right.
You gotta suffer that shit and come through on the other side. That's what makes a man of the Lord, is when he overcomes what he's uncomfortable of, man.
I got one.
Go on,
you got more? Oh, I got this one.
See, in this shoot, like the Apostle Kabal said, remember he said this. He said, you gotta know what it means. You gotta be comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what this shoe is about. This shoe ain't about being comfortable, man. You gotta overcome with being uncomfortable. That's what this thing is about. And if you can't do that, then you gonna bug the fuck out and duck the fuck out. Go on, brother. Let's read this, man.
Romans 8:36 says, as it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long.
There you go.
We are counted as sheep for the slaughter.
Right, and that's how it feels, man. I know you brothers feel like that in your everyday life. It feels like that. We're dead anyway. We're not even a part of this world. We're for the world that's coming next. So we're not concerned about, I'm uncomfortable. Life is uncomfortable every day. When you got to deal with so-called white people getting on your damn nerves and oppressing you, that's uncomfortable in itself.
That's right.
Calling you chimpanzees, calling you monkeys, giving you looks and shit like that. Come on, man. Anyway, let's read this, man.
A bit more.
Yeah.
Counted for sheep for the slaughter. Nay, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him that loved us.
Right.
For I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principles, nor
That's
powers.
Romans 8, right?
Romans 8,
34.
38.
Okay.
Nor principles, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor heights, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of Yahweh, thy power which is in Yahweh Mashiach,
Right.
our Yahweh Mashiach, Yahweh that power.
And that's a beautiful precept because Paul was in the spirit. Paul wasn't, you got certain guys saying, oh, Paul wasn't a man of the Lord. He was a man of the Lord. He was persuaded through the spirit of the Lord. When you read Romans 1, he said he declared himself a servant of the Most High. So what are you talking about? You guys don't know what you're talking about, man. That's why you guys are bugging the fuck out. Coming up with these wayward, way left philosophies and doctrines of men. Come on, man.
They're sowing discord amongst brethren
Right.
by trying to come up against the pure doctrine and coming up with their own thing to get men to follow them. They're basically doing one of the things that, what is it, 6 things I hate, 7 are abomination
Come on.
unto me.
Come on.
And one of those things is going up there, trying to remix the doctrine and sowing discord amongst brethren.
Come on. That's it, man. Like saying, oh well, the book of Hebrews
It's
has
not a
no.
book.
It's not the book of God because it doesn't say thus save the Lord. It is the book of God. All right. If it wasn't the book of the Most High, it wouldn't be in there. It's in there for a reason. As it is written in the book of Revelations 22, it says, "Whosoever add and take away from this book shall receive the plagues that are written there, and his part shall be taken out of the book of out of the
Lamb's Book of Life.
Right, the book of life. So that's a danger. That man, I wouldn't want to walk in those grounds, man. Reading the scriptures and saying, well, the book of Job is not qualified, or the book of Psalms ain't qualified, or whatever.
Yep.
I want to accept everything as it is written, because that's what we're supposed to do as men of the Most High, man.
Can't.
Okay.
And if I may, it also says,
Go on,
lo,
man.
behold, I come in the volume of the
whole
book.
book.
It is written of me.
Come on.
So these people really, it's not the book they're coming against. They're coming against Yahweh Shai himself.
Exactly.
Quick precept, if I may.
You're going.
This is Matthew 10 and 22, because he's talking about endurance. This thing is about being uncomfortable and enduring unto the end. Matthew 10:22, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's
That's what I'm
sake,
talking about. Yeah.
but he that endureth unto the end shall be saved.
Come on.
Not he that endureth for 2 days or 2 weeks or 2 years and then ducks out. He that endureth unto the end shall be saved.
As it says in the book of Matthew 13, you had certain men, which the seeds is talking about men. You had certain men that went onto good grounds, and some went onto thorns.
Shall I
And
get it?
Please get me that.
Matthew 13, you said, right?
Yeah, Matthew, I believe it's in the 30s or something like that. So you don't want to be those men where they endure for a while and you don't see them anymore. You want to be the men that's pretty much rounded up in Yahweh Shai, and even unto the very end.
Yeah.
Go on, brother. That's the guy you want to be. But how do you become that? You have to have the mindset that you have to. Excuse me. Let me reiterate what I'm saying. You have to have the mindset and accept that I'm gonna have to go through uncomfortability as a man of the Lord so I can get to what I need to get to. Okay? It's like the saying goes, life isn't easy. Life is difficult, right? But how you gonna get what you want to get if you don't go through the difficulty? And that's what we're going through. We're going through difficulty. We're treading that narrow straight gate, as it says in the book of Matthew 7.
All right, I found
Go
it.
on, brother.
Matthew 13:31. Another parable he put forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a grain of a mustard seed. Is that
Right.
one?
Yeah, that's it.
Right? Which is a... Right, let's write it really good. Another parable put forth he unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a grain of a mustard seed, which a man took and sowed in his field,
Right.
which is indeed the least of all seeds. But when it is grown, it is the greatest among the herbs,
God.
and becometh a tree, so the birds of the air came in and lodged in the branches thereof. Yeah, that's the end of that parable. That's on
There's
the one.
some more. There's some more in there.
Shall I keep reading?
Yeah, keep reading.
Right, so it says, another parable spake he unto them. The kingdom of heaven is like unto leaven, which a woman took and hid in 3 measures of meal, till the whole was leavened. And all these things Yahushua spake unto the multitude in parables, and without a parable spake he not unto them, that it might be fulfilled,
Yeah.
which was spoken by the prophet, saying, I will open my mouth in parables, and will utter things which have been kept secret from the foundation of the world.
God.
That's not the one you want, it's the one where he scatters the seeds, right?
That's the one right there, yeah.
Let me keep talking, I'll find it.
Yeah, Matthew 13. Matthew 13.
I think it's Matthew.
Oh yeah, it is. It's before I started reading. Salakia.
Okay.
Right, so let's say, for verily, Matthew 13 and 17. Verily I say unto you that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and hear those things which ye have heard and not heard them.
Yeah.
Hear therefore this parable of the sower. When anyone heareth the word of the
That's the
kingdom
one right there, yeah.
and understandeth not, then cometh the wicked one and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart.
Yeah.
This is he who received the seed by the wayside.
Mm-hmm.
But he that received the seed unto stony places,
That's it right there, yep.
the same is he that heareth the word, and anon with joy receiveth
Right,
it.
and the none with joy receiveth it going.
Yet he hath not root in himself.
Yet he have not root in himself. There's another precept that comes to my mind. It's in what Paul was saying. I believe it's in let me see if I think it's in Colossians or something like that,
How does it go?
where it goes. I'm gonna roughly paraphrase what he
Go on.
said.
I'll try and find it.
Something to the effect of being rooted up and builded up in them, something like that.
Okay.
But anyway, continue on. I'll get it myself.
Can't. I might just have found it though. Colossians 2:17.
Colossians 2:17. Okay.
Yeah. So reading on, it says,
You know what? I'll get it.
right, reading on it says, yet he have not root in himself, but endureth for a while.
Mhm.
For when tribulation or persecution ariseth,
Yeah.
because of the word, by and by he is offended.
Right. By and by, he's offended. So this is the individual that will only endure for a particular point in time. He's not going to endure to the very end. It says, "Blessed are they that endure to the end, for they shall be saved." If I'm correct, right?
So,
So-
like a second.
No, it says,
Yeah.
the scripture says, "Blessed are they that endure to the end,
Can't, that's right.
same shall be saved." So you want to be that
Yeah, he that
individual
endures to the end shall be
that's
saved.
going to be
yeah.
willing to endure. And the word endure means to make hard.
Mm.
So as you're going through resistance in this truth, as being a man of the Lord, what is it? You're being made to be more hard. And we're hard enough for the time that we're going to go through, because we're going to go through some severe trying times, brothers. As the Apostle Paul said, that through great tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom. Some of us are going to go through imprisonment. Some of us are going to have to be put to death. Revelations 20. It says that it says something to the effect of because they didn't receive their mark, they were beheaded,
I got you.
so to speak. That's in Revelations 20. Go on,
I
you
got
some,
one.
right?
Yeah. 2 Samuel chapter 3 and verse 1 says, "Now there was long war between the house of Saul and the house of David,
Yeah.
but David waxed stronger and stronger, and the house of Saul waxed weaker and weaker."
Right, and what is it? The house of Saul waxed weaker and weaker. And that's what we see. All of these other camps outside of
Yep.
us, we see them coming up with way left doctrines that's coming from nowhere.
Yep.
Yeah, that's being inserted and it's being projected to their followers,
Yep.
to us, because we see what they're doing too.
Yep.
And that's what's going on, and that's what's weakening them. But we're getting more stronger and stronger, and we're seeing signs and wonders, which pretty much substantiates what we believe for, what we believe in, and all of the above.
Yeah,
Okay.
can I just add to that?
Go on, brother.
Because you got, like, for example, Eleazar, and
Yes.
he comes directly against the apostle,
Yeah.
which he started off under the apostle.
Right.
Now he's coming against the apostle. So, and there was one brother that said, I think it might have been one of the elder apostles, said that through the Spirit he could be the son of, he's just talking as a man. He did
Yeah,
say
yeah,
that.
yeah.
He said he could be one of the sons of David, like Absalom, who came against his father directly. Just talking through the Spirit. But the point
Because
is,
Absalom was known for having long hair too.
yeah. But the point is, they come against the apostles and they come against GMS. So for those that do that, they could well be talking through the Spirit, from the house of Saul, because they don't like that. It's talking about there's war between them. So they don't like the house of David.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, so I got it. Colossians. I tell you what, read what you got.
Right, I'm holding a couple, because you mentioned Revelation